Good morning, this is Bob with Trade Genius. I'm going to talk to you about a little bit how to install and use the day trading money machine. So you're going to get two files from us once you purchase it. You're going to get the DTMM version 7 and you're going to get another file called MA_study money flow. And once you get those in email, you just simply open the email and then you go and you just do a standard download and just get it into your computer. Do not try to open the files from email because they're not going to mean anything to your computer. These are Thinkorswim programs, and they can only be opened inside of Thinkorswim. So once you do that, what you want to do is you want to go into your chart area and you want to go into Edit Studies. And this is that beaker right here, and you click on it. And then once you do that, what you want to do is you want to import those files. When you import those files, you got to look for your subdirectory. Mine just happened to be in Documents, okay? But yours could be in Download area most likely. But wherever you put it, that's where you have to go. And once you do that, you want to look for those files. And then see if you see here, you have a number of different files. So, and you're going to see Trade Genius DTMM V7 Study. You're going to click on it and then you're going to open it this way. Now for me, I already have it, so I'm not going to do it again. And then you're going to see another one that's going to say the same thing for MA Study. Okay, and then you're going to go ahead and you're going to find those, and then you're going to just simply import that one as well. And then once you do that, once they're in the system, you just go in and you can do a search bar. You go DTMM7 and you click on it, and then you just can select it, and you notice it popped it right in there for me. See, now I have it in there twice, so I'm going to just get rid of it. And then once you have it in your system, what you need to do is you go to this gearbox right here. You click on it. All right, now there's two components to it, and I'm going to keep your life really, really simple because we just constantly are trying to make this program better and better. So what you want to do is, you don't have to do anything with this, you leave that be, but for the slingshot up and slingshot down, you only are really interested right now in having sling up. You put your color in that you want, okay, and then you make sure you can show the plot and show the study. And once that's done, all you have to do is hit OK, but you turn these other ones off first. So sling up, don't show the plot. Don't show the plot, and don't show the plot. These will all become over. It's probably clicked on. You want to click these three off. The only one you want to show is this one. All right, so you only want to see a green arrow when you're all done. You don't want to see any other arrows popping up anywhere else. That, you control that by turning off the show plot area, and then you click OK to that. And then you're going to go down to when I renamed mine to buying and selling pressure, which you can do if you want. Is that you're going to go into the inputs area here, and I think I have it set as a standard of 3, 3, and 3. You want to go ahead and set it as a standard of 2, 2, and 2. Now, knowing this is that once you get comfortable with this, you can manipulate these links, and you can manipulate the slingshot links too. So it's designed to be flexible for you because this is your tool. Okay, so once you buy this, you own it, and so you can play around with it and see what works for your style of trading. But that's how it comes out of the box: is 3, 3, and 3, and you just click down, down, and down, so you can move these down arrows up and down. Make sure you show study, show plot, and you want to show the index, you want to show the overbought, you want to show the oversold, and you want to show the moving average. Okay, and that way it gives you a good color view, nice visual when you're looking to use it. Hit OK, you hit apply. Okay, and that's done. Now, one other thing that you should open up when you do this is that you want to set a standard up for volume weighted moving average price -2 + 2. You're going to have to do this twice, okay? because when you click on this and you import this, not import, but you select it, it comes as -2 plus 2. You want to do it again and then change the settings to -1 plus 1. Okay, and then that gives you a good sense of the action, and it's important to know why there's 1 and 2 in there, because the way the prices like to bounce and fail at certain levels, and I'll show that to you in some of the action in a minute. Okay, so once that's set, you're good, and you can use volume profile, but I'm not going to get into that today. So and then you have what you need to trade. Okay, now I'm going to start off with here, and I'm going to show you. I think this is Wednesday, and Wednesday was an interesting day. Is that first thing I look at when I wake up in the morning, and I'm in California, so I usually get up around 4:30 or so, and I'm at my desk by 5. You know, or if I get up even earlier, I go work out and stuff like that. But I'm at my desk ready to go about 5, no later than 5:30, and I start looking at the action. One of the things too, as an aside, is that if prices away from VWAP overnight, it tends to come back in a lot. Okay, and that's good to know, because this is kind of like a magnet. All right, this is traders taking off positions or using it to build or to reduce. And also, there's a lot of leverage going on during the day. So at the end of the day, people are taking leverage off, either because of margin requirements or because of their internal risk profiles. And that's why a lot of times price rolls into the VWAP or closing in towards the VWAP at the end of the day. And that's an edge that you could trade. Okay. And so you look first thing here, and when the market's open, is that you're looking to see what's going on. And first thing I noticed on Wednesday is price is sitting above the volume weighted average price. And overnight, most of the time it's drifting up and down here a little bit. And so as soon as the market opened, it popped. Okay, and that's a tell for you. Okay, you wanna keep an eye on that. And one thing that I like to do is, and other people can do whatever they want, is that you want to trade with the market. All right. The only thing that you can trade against the market is when you do binary options, and you can push yourself far enough out of the way and to catch a retracement in. And so what happened here is they shot the market up right away out into the open, and then it got overbought really fast, but then it came back down to VWAP, and this is very important. So we had an oversold signal here, and then we had the slingshot. And the slingshot trade is invariably a 5 to 10 point move for ES. And so you can set a stop loss. You got to give it some room, because they may pop down 2 or 2.5 points, and then you get stopped out and it races away on you. You know, I give it 4 points. And if you're trading binary options, you want to go ahead and go at the money, or go one strike below the money, and then let it run. And when it gets 4 or 5 points up, if you're in binary options, take the profit. You can do hourly, you can do 20-minute, or you can even do it on the daily. And you obviously you're going to get more leverage the shorter the time period. But the end of the day is forgiving to you if you have a reversal against you. So I look for 5 to 10 point moves. It got up to R2, and we got overbought again, started to roll down. You'd be out of that trade. But this trade here is worth a couple $100 for you right away. And then it comes back down to VWAP again, and we got another slingshot. And this time it ran the rest of the day. And what you do, you just set a 4 point stop loss and trail it, and you would have been in this trade literally the whole day. But let's say you didn't. Let's say you just took it to here. Okay, you could have bought every then oversold move here. Again, binary options or futures, and then run it up again until it gets to here. No reason to try to outthink the market and try to catch the moves down. A lot of people try to play it both ways, and this way you get yourself in trouble. Trust me, I've done it enough times to know. And then here's an interesting thing that happens a lot, especially on a trend day, is that price really struggles once it gets going to get below the R1. So once it comes down to here, you're going to get an R1 and it's going to pop. And you notice it went to R1, and R1 is those standard deviation lines. This is R2, R1, this is 0, this is minus S1, minus S2, okay? And you're going to just run it up. It gets down here, and then boom, it took off again. Now, I didn't trade this, but because it didn't get oversold enough for me. But this is just a lot of people do. They see this thing come up off of here. It hit the R1. It cleared this candle. A lot of people would have went long 28.34. So that's just an idea for you. But just using the day trading money machine is that if I get it oversold and I'm above the R1 or I'm at the R1, it's a no-brainer trade long. Again, binary options, 20-minute, hourly, or daily, and to just manage your risk and scalp. You know, $10, $15. You do this 10 times a day, you're making $200 a contract. Okay, and these trades set up like this all the time. So that's Wednesday. Okay, that sounds great, Bob. And now we'll slip over to Thursday. Again, I don't screw around with overnight. I was interested to see this though, all night long, slingshot, 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 and then boom, we already had a slingshot before the market opened. So this time, at the open, as soon as it crossed over VWAP, you knew it was going to run. Here's a trade for you right out of the chute. So you take that trade. You take your points. You know, you could have ran the 5 to 7 a.m. for binaries. You could have went futures. You look, you get 8 points in futures a day on average with one contract. You're making $100,000 a year. So there's no reason to get greedy or press a bet. You know, you're going to get 2 or 3 shots at this a day. So boom, you got it. You took 2, 3, 4 points off of this thing. Like I said, you do a -4, trail it, you get 4 or 5 points, take profit. Came back down to VWAP again, another slingshot, and it ran it up again, and you got 2 or 3 points, but you didn't take that because you're waiting like I was. Went back to VWAP, and you'd have got out. This trade would have not made you any money, but that happens sometimes. This is not a perfection machine, it's a probability machine. And then you had an nerd shot here. When it went oversold, it came out, and you could have ran it up again up into R2. So a lot of times this thing is, see, it's bouncing off of R1. It came up. You take profit at R2. There's no reason to get greedy with this. And then you leave it be, okay? And then this is like the lunch period. You just don't want to trade between 9:30 and 2 o'clock, okay? And the rest of the day was just kind of flattish. And then you go into Friday, and Friday was a little different tenor, okay? So it was below VWAP most of the night. It came up, and as soon as it opened, this thing rolled over, all right? Now, the problem you have here is, you know, do you take this short? Well, you could have, but you just wait. If you just want the easy, safest, most productive trade, is that you got to overbought here, and see, it did the opposite. It comes off of S2, hits S1, you overbought, and it fails here. Now this is at 28.33, all right? It did not bottom. It did not bottom until 28.08, all right? That's plenty of dough, all right? That's 20, that's 15, 16 points. You know, that's $750, all right? So that's good enough for me. And you did the same thing on the binaries. And I was in the room on Friday just showing people how this works, and just it was just very clear. Now, if it would have bounced it here back up to a VWAP, it could have failed there too. If it could have bounced it and came over the VWAP, then you know the short is over for the day, and they're going to run it up at least back to flat, if not higher. So you just have to always be paying attention to where these levels are and knowing when you're wrong. But it was just a good day, and then So you got this bounce here. I didn't take the bounce, but I took this short and rolled it down to here, and then I was done for the day. It was a great day for me on Friday. Again, binary is the opposite now. And then one thing it does at the end of the day a lot, like I said, it tries to run it up the VWAP where it's close to it as it can. And a lot of guys will take this trade into the close, either to the long or to the short. But I already made my dough for the day, so I left it be. And you could have traded binaries that way too. You could have went at the money, at 12:30 or whatever, and tried to see if you could make it. But I called out, said, "Hey, look, don't press your luck. This thing could have just rolled over hard at the end of the day." But you just have to kind of get a feel for the day too. But big days, in these 3 days here, is a couple $1,000s. And that's why people like this software so much. It's just really, really simple to use. You don't have to think too much. You just have to know a few things, and you can make money nearly every day in the market. And I appreciate you listening, and I hope this helps you guys that just bought it, how to use it. And for those that are thinking about buying it, I would encourage you to do it. You can go to tradelikeagenius.com, summer special number 2, and you can still get it for 2 more days. I normally charge $800 for this, and I have it on sale right now for $300 plus $29.50 a month, so you get access to the room. And that's it. Have a great day. Bye-bye.